3 is Hastings. Set up for Hastings, and the wall does its job. Ball still in the box. And there's a Di Rosario going down on that play. And if they point it to the spot, it looks as though they have. Penalty for Dwayne Di Rosario here.
Dwayne Di Rosario wants the penalty shot. Scotland doing a poor job of getting that ball out of their end. Di Rosario in traffic, made himself about a half a yard there. You can see the ball bounce to Di Rosario, turns inside, and there's no question that
the guilty party of Dwayne Di Rosario steps to the spot here. And he scores for Canada. It's 1-0.
Dwayne Di Rosario steps up and picks his spot perfectly. There was a telltale sign as the penalty was given. Di Rosario realized that there was a penalty given. First thing he did was
in Germany years ago in their World Cup drive.
Both were assistants under Franz Beckenbauer.
Here's a chance to equalize, and Scotland have done through Stephen Crawford. That didn't take long.
Well, Stephen Crawford found himself an awful lot of space, slipped in between the two Canadian defenders. Hirschfeld comes off of his line. Good ball in, just inside of Fennick, and in the end it goes through Hirschfeld's legs. Good finish, gets his head up to have a look to see where Hirschfeld is. Hirschfeld had made a commitment to come off his line, spread himself, but unfortunately has it go between his legs.
Here comes Crawford again.
Well, Crawford just scored one, and he's thinking to himself.
Gemmell in deep for Crawford. Challenged there by Hastings. Crawford successfully coming out there with the ball. The header in front. Hirschfeld still can't get to it. Now that ball was blown down. I think it was offside, was it not?
Well, Wilkie, not just a solid defender, showing some moves there.
Di Rosario into Radzinski. Here's Radzinski. Can't get by the final defender. That was Anderson. Tonight. Here comes Gemmell with room into the middle. Thompson is there. Ball might have been off the mark. Alexander is there as well, number 7. Crawford is 8. It's Alexander who curls it just off the post. I think Hirschfeld would have been there anyway. By Alexander. And Hirschfeld has to go up to tip that one over the bar.
For Wilkie.
Here it comes. And there's the header. Taken by Christian Daly, right in by Dwayne Di Rosario. Scotland replied 2 minutes later through Stephen Crawford. Here's Tam Saliwa. Lacing it through for Imhoff. Imhoff down the right side, into the middle. I don't know how he didn't find a Canadian. There were a couple of them there. It was Canada now, much to the chagrin of the crowd here, in control offensively. Here's Pozniak with a poorly taken shot.
Well, a poorly taken.
Was getting the ball forward. Knocked the other way by Imhoff. Moves by Radzinski, and there's it in front. Oh, it should have been a tap-in for de Guzman. Crawford. Fennick steps up. Scotland still with it. Devlin. Ross gets by 1. His cross is off the mark, headed off the mark, that is, by Thompson. Very quick up front. That's the thing that Canada seems to have going for it with this roster, is speed up front, darting in and out. Saliwa with a shot.
Nothing.
Tam Saliwa plays at Saarbrücken in Germany. McKenna was unable to come up with that one. And here's Devlin, but he's chased down successfully by Imhoff. But it's still there and available. Shot, and they score! Stephen Thompson.
Slack defending once again. Imhoff gets the wrong side, does well to get back, and then Paul Fennick gets the ball. one another. Ball falls to Thompson, and he makes no mistake. Look at him off here. Made the mistake initially, gets back, recovers, and then Paul Fennick, instead of just clearing it, dilly-dallies. Thompson gets the ball on his right foot, makes no mistake, bends it into the top corner. Hirschfeld, no chance, but not do what they were doing for spells of this game. Interchanging of players, trying to get packed in behind that Scottish defense.
Here's to Guzman. Pardon me, De Rosario. And another shot there, way wide. Over the net. Stalteri chips it in. Headed away. Knocked back in. And there's not a bad effort right there from who else? Dwayne De Rosario.
Into the box. Gallagher does well to come off his line and collect it.
Gemmell sends it to Alexander. Here's Devlin. Trying to turn around Imhoff. Across the face and head it over. This is Imhoff. Rosario and de Guzman play with it. Back for Stalteri. Takes a shot. Oh, and that one fooled Gallagher for just an instant, but he recovered. He's had a lot of room on that right flank in this second half. Sends it across again. Here's a chance, and they've made it 3-1. Stephen Crawford's second of the game.
Down that right-hand side, Jerry. Once again, he gets in there and puts a great ball into the far post. Looks like it's going out, and I think it's Thompson that gets across and does well to keep it in. And then Crawford with the finish from center goal. Thompson back across. Hirschfeld gets a leg on it, but it's the quality of that ball in from Devlin from the right. Thompson pulls it back. And then Crawford with a great finish.
Bertie votes Zauza. Saliwa. Zauza chips it in front. Just too far for Radzinski. Devlin. Gets by to Guzman. Now down the right flank is Alexander. The header just off the post. Kyle. So just 2 minutes to go here now as we're into time added on. Devlin with McFadden. Into McFadden, who has a strike, but it's right at Hirschfeld. And there is the final whistle. Game ends with a bit of a whimper after Scotland gets 2 in the second half. Dwayne De Rosario opened the scoring in the 9th minute. Stephen Crawford responded 2 minutes later. Then Crawford and Thompson each scored in the second half, and the man of the match has to be Stephen Crawford. Scotland defeating Canada today by a score of 3-1. Back to wrap it up in a moment.